Very good evening. You're with the news on headlines today. I'm Preeti Chaudhary, and the story that we are tracking comes in as a shocker from the state of Haryana, where a national level boxer and a state level gold medalist is being forced to work as a domestic help, all in order to make a living, to make ends meet. Now, this girl on your television screen is Rishu Mittal. She was been working as a domestic help at her landlord's house to fund her training and education. Haryana's Rishu Mittal won laurels as a boxer. She has bagged 2 bronze medals in tournaments in Bhiwani and Faridabad. She also represented her state in the national games at Gwalior last year. This 15-year-old star boxer has been reduced to sweeping floors and doing dishes, all to make ends meet. The picture on your screens narrates the story of how a gifted athlete, which this girl is, living in abject poverty, is forced to work as a domestic help through the course of the day and then go and attend the training camp. Well, we'll keep getting in reactions, but we're also giving out our phone numbers on the bottom of our screens. We're going to take your calls live here. What do you make? This is how we, India, should treat our sports stars, with this 15-year-old child, promising athlete for the country, being made to work as a house help only to fund her training. I want to get in perspective. In the studio with me is Dr. Sunita Godhara. She's a former Asian athlete. She's with us. Dr. Godhara, the question I ask you is, and we're going to play those visuals for our viewers. This is a 15-year-old girl. She promises, at least she shows promise of being a star boxer for India. Now, what is it that we owe to her as an athlete who's on the rise?
See, they are all talented children who have done something good, or they have performed at the state level. So now when they perform at the state level, if she gets gold, it means she has some kind of talent, because boxing is not an easy game. So in Haryana, coming first in boxing in state means she has some talent. So the government duty, the state government duty and the association's duty is to nurture this child. First of all, she should not be sweeping the floor for her bread and butter, but she should be in the hostel, sports hostel.
Right.
But problem is this: we don't have hostels. We don't even in
That's
Delhi.
the problem.
We don't have hostel where these talented. So-called talented athletes, when they have to fend for their food, talent, how long it will go.
So we don't have these sports hostels to nurture our talent. This girl is 15-year-old. She's a child.
Grassroots level, government is not doing anything for grassroots level. If they have some projects, these association and sports ministry officials, they are eating on sports but not nurturing the talent.
We're going to come back to you, Dr. Godhara.
There is no sporting culture.
What we're going to do is we're going to throw this debate out for our viewers also. This is a child. She's a 15-year-old child. She's working very hard. She's an orphan. She lives at a landlord's house. She works as a domestic help just so she can go to her training center. Her coaches say she's a promising talent who could go on in the future and win many laurels for India, and this is what we're subjecting her to. Right now, all this girl is a 15-year-old child with stars in her eyes to go and win big for our country, for you and I out there. I want to cut across to our first caller. Santosh from Hyderabad is on the phone line with us. Go ahead, Santosh.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead. All right, we seem to have lost our first caller. We're going to try and cut across to more views. We are giving out our phone numbers right out there. So pick up the phone if you want to express your views on how should we nurture talent. How should we go ahead from here? This girl, this example comes in from Haryana. She's a 15-year-old child. She's got big dreams. She wants to win laurels for the country, for you and I out there. But all she does is she goes to the training camp. She's been orphaned at a very young age. She has one brother as well. But all she does is goes to the training camp through the day. Twice a day she goes, and in the middle she works as a domestic help at her landlord's house so she can pay for herself to maybe win those dreams for you and I as well. I want to once again bring in Dr. Godhara before we take our next caller. Dr. Godhara, what is it that a 15-year-old child who wants to be a boxer, and this child has won many laurels. She's, won the bronze at a state level championship. What kind of diet does this child need? What is it that this child needs that tomorrow she can be a big star for India, maybe win us, maybe our Olympic hope could be riding on someone like that.
Whatever she is earning by doing this household work, she won't be able to fend herself with proper diet. She has to have all the nutrients, she has to have supplement because she is a state level champion, and she has to she has to buy milk, she has to buy a curd for her, and all kind of fruits, juice, and supplement, of course, all the vitamins. So she can't feed herself with these nutrients, so she is lacking that. Secondly, the sports associations, federations, and the ministry departments, they should run like a institution, nurturing the sports and the sporting talent, but they are running like shops.
Right.
You know, why these officials are selfish? Can't they see state champion?
Right.
So that
Dr. Godhara, stay with us. You know, we're going to try and involve our viewers as well. We're going to involve our viewers as well. Chirananda from Udupi is on the phone line with us. Go ahead, sir. Rare your views.
It's very sad, madam. Thing is that in India there is no encouragement for athletics and boxers. Actually, I am father of Indian athlete Ashwini.
Right.
Ashwini Akunjay. I think you might know she is the Asian and Commonwealth gold medalist.
Yes.
There is no scope for athletics except cricket in India.
Okay. Yes.
This girl is 15 years old and she is trying very hard now. My daughter also tried very hard.
Right.
Now she is recognized, but still she is fighting for her salary since 4 years.
Yes.
This is the fate of athletics in India.
You're right, sir. Appreciate you joining us. Appreciate your comments there. And that is what it has come down to, because these young children out there who are looking to win big for India are working hard, trying to make a difference despite the system, because the system is not helping them out there. There are no sports hostel. This girl should be lodged in a sports hostel where all possible sports facility is given to somebody like her. And that's why I want to come down to you, Dr. Godhara. What is it internationally? What is, the gold bar internationally when you spot talent this young? What do you do with them so that you can nurture them into star athletes later?
See what China does. They take their kids, when they see talent, they take them from childhood and they start giving them all the facilities. Now this girl should have got sponsorship, this girl should have got a sports hostel, then a better coach, better facilities, but nothing.
We should have picked up the talent and nurtured it. Madhusudan from Bangalore.
This is only one story. There are so many like
Bangalore
this.
is with us. Go ahead, Madhusudan.
Hello, I'm Madhusudan from Mangalore, not Bangalore.
Go ahead, sir.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
See, when in this cricket crazy country, when crores of money are spent on cricketers, and in the IPL matches, players are sponsored for crores of rupees. Why can't some cricketer sponsor this girl and spend money on her for growing her? What do you feel?
Joining us. Good point made, Madhusudan. Now their sponsorship, that's what Dr. Godhara was also saying there. We also need participation from the civil sector there. Maybe big corporates can adopt players. We also have our next caller right now from Bangalore is with us. Go ahead, sir.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Hi, good afternoon. This is Suresh from Bangalore.
Yes, Suresh, go ahead.
My only point is that, I know it's obviously you have to expect somebody to come and do the help or the, kind of a support. But all I would request is that if it's a city or a state or a central missionary, the so-called, people are in a big concourse, they're supposed to come forward, help this kid, and give the money. I mean, money is something on the district level or state level is too less for this girl to grow. I would really expect BJP or somebody, some state missionary, to come forward and help this case.
All right, Shashi Nair from Pune joins us. Go ahead, Shashi. Shashi, all right, we seem to have lost our next caller, Shashi there. So who takes responsibility of young talent like you see on your television screen? Who takes responsibility of this? Is it just the responsibility of the state government and of India, which it should be ideally, but in a country like India, that's an utopian concept. That's what most people say. So should corporates, the civil society also step in? If there are CSR programs for maybe the environment or other things, should there be programs such as this to nurture talent? What do you have to say that about, Dr. Godhara?
Nurturing young talent is sports ministry's responsibility. Corporates come when they are already at the national, international or world level.
Right.
So corporates are doing their bit. Now Haryana is doing their bit, but what time they take the at least when they are already at the international level,
right?
Which is okay. All the top performers, if you see, they are coming on at that level on their own. Right. No federation, no association can claim that they have nurtured so and
They've
so.
done it despite the system.
Yeah.
They've done it despite the system.
The
Shashi Nayak
story
from
of all
Pune is on the phone
champions are
line
like
with us. Go ahead,
they've come
Shashi.
up on their own.
Go ahead, Shashi.
Yeah, good evening. I feel very sad about Rishu's fate. Yeah, I feel very sad about Rishu's fate. Yeah, I feel these NGOs and other associations, those who are well off financially, they should help this type of budding sports.
Right.
Rishu type of girls.
All right. Appreciate you joining us, Shashi. Shashi says that maybe NGOs should step in, but the ideal responsibility is for the state to nurture this kind of talent. Anita from Bangalore is on the phone line with us. Go ahead, Anita.
Yeah, I see, a lot of big differences shown between these, budding, girls and all. Like, why don't they, give a lot of, focus on these girls or whoever is coming up? Why only this is, every time I see, even my son said cricket, I want to become a cricketer. I tell, see, I have shown many movies like Mary Kom and all. Why don't you become like that? Because it's been, they have, taken by this thing, like stardom of this cricket.
Right.
I hope that please can you give me this number, child, whoever you are showing the number.
Right.
I definitely like to help her out.
All right, you would like to help her out, and we're going to maybe try and get that together somehow, so we can extend help through our viewers for this young child. She's 15 years old. She's a child. She has stars in her eyes. She can win big for the country, for you and I. And all she needs is a little bit of help, a little bit, just to get her there, because she, as her coaches say, is doing the rest as well. From Nagaland, we have Basanta on the phone line with us. Go ahead, Basanta. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Today, I think in the news, this thing, gold medalist boxer, Rishu Mittal, I think a lot when we try to see this one, it reminds us of the boxing, how much of this thing importance is given by our government. We feel it.
Yes.
I can see it. It's very unfortunate that I think some games, I think like the cricket, when is given so much of focus, why cannot the government give little bit of focus, or the corporate also give little bit of focus on this one?
All right, appreciate you joining us. Appreciate you joining us, Basanta. One train of thought which is coming out right there. It is how cricket is, how Indians are starstruck by the sports of cricket, and the same kind of help is not extended to other sports. Our next caller is Deepak from Delhi. Go ahead, Deepak.
Yeah, I want to help Rishu. How can I do it?
You want to help Rishu? How can you do it? All right.
How much does she need a month, or what does she do? I will arrange.
All right. Deepak, I completely understand your sentiments, because in the span of the last 15 minutes, we've had many callers who want to extend maybe financial help for Rishu. So there could be a possibility of setting up a trust for Rishu Mittal. Watch this space in headlines today, and we're going to try and see what we can do to make this possible for this 15-year-old child. With that, I appreciate Dr. Godhara, Sunita Godhara herself, an Asian athlete, for joining us, giving us perspective, and all our viewers out there who called in today, most of them wanting to extend financial help to young Rishu Mittal. We'll try and see how we, as a channel, as a network, can make that possible. A quick break.